All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of Subtopic. I'm your host, Subtopic. And today we're going to be talking about this guy here, YoungHoon Kim. This is his Twitter account or X account. It says world's highest IQ record holder. Highest IQ 276 confirmed by official world record. Nice, nice, nice. Now, recently, this guy here, if you haven't been paying attention, he's been posting a lot on X. I think about 2 weeks ago, he said that I think his post was like, as the world's highest IQ, I can confirm that Jesus Christ is true and was the way, the truth, and the life, and such. And so this is a post from, I think yesterday. He posted this on July 8th. And we're going to read it real quick here and, see what this guy has to say. So it says here, from the world's highest IQ record holder, Jesus is returning soon. The end is near. To summarize my calculation regarding the return of Jesus Christ, here are the key points. Isaac Newton, the father of modern physics, believed that Bible prophecy is not symbolic mythology, but a divinely encoded timeline governed by precise mathematics. He applied a prophetic equation y equals y0 or yo, I'm not sure what that is, plus the letter p, where yo is SOOAD, the year Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, marking the rise of the Holy Roman Empire as the prophesied political religious power, and P is 1,260 years, derived from the biblical day-year principle, where one prophetic day equals one historical year, as supported in Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 6 and Numbers chapter 14 verse 34. The result, y equals y equals 800 plus 1,260, which equals the year 2060. This number appears consistently in Scripture. The figure 1,260 shows up in Daniel chapter 7 verse 25 and Revelation chapter 11:3, chapter 12:6, and 13:5, revealing a recurring divine pattern. Furthermore, Einstein's theory of relativity proves that time is not fixed. In relativistic terms, time experienced by one observer is different from another, meaning that the phrase "this generation" in Matthew 24:34 must be understood as flexible, potentially spanning 70 to 100 years, not strictly 40. From a quantum physics perspective, prophecy acts like a wave of probability that collapses into reality only when consciously observed. This is expressed in the exponential formula P equals 1 minus e raised to the power of negative lambda times t, where lambda represents the global prophetic awareness rate and t is time since Israel's rebirth in 1948. Using lambda equals 0.03 and t equals 77 years as of 2025, the probability of prophetic fulfillment exceeds 90%. So this guy, right, this guy's like saying, like, hey man, like, these prophecies are coming true, man. These prophecies are coming true. So he goes on to say, to quantify this further, I define the prophetic convergence score PCS as the average of 5 key indicators, each normalized from 0 to 1. First, earthquake frequency has increased dramatically in the modern era, with the U.S. Geological Survey noting a more than 10-fold rise in magnitude 6 or higher quakes per year compared to a century ago. Second, moral collapse is evident in the global normalization of abortion, sexual immorality, transgender ideology, and the legal persecution of Christian values, trends that align with the days of Noah and days of Lot Jesus warned about. Third, technological acceleration. Following Moore's law, has reached exponential levels. AI, genetic editing, surveillance, and global connectivity now mirror Revelation's warnings of centralized control and human modification. Fourth, global gospel reach has crossed 90% according to missions agencies, with the Bible now translated over 3,600 languages and satellite or internet evangelism penetrating even closed nations. Fifth, apostasy within the church is observable in the rise of progression theology, LGBTQ affirming congregations, and pastors who deny biblical authority, all predicted in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1 Timothy 4. Each of these indicators now registers above zero point 0.9, yielding a PCS of 0.928, well beyond the convergence threshold of 0 0.9. That signals prophetic alignment. Therefore, I, as the world's highest IQ record holder, testify not by superstition but by reason, physics, history, and faith. The return of Jesus Christ is not only foretold, it is mathematically inevitable. The timeline is real. The variables are set. The King is coming soon, most likely before the year 2060. Of course, only God the Father knows the exact day and hour of Jesus Christ's return, yet we can estimate the general time frame because God has revealed prophetic signs and numerical patterns in Scripture. Though the exact date is hidden, clues through symbols and the history help the discerning recognize the season. The Bible is not a mystery to remain closed, but a divine code meant to be explored. I've used logic, faith, and reason to study the signs God has already made clear. So this guy's saying some pretty heavy stuff, man. Let's look at some of the comments. This is from American AF. For the people that keep commenting, no one knows the day or hour. He never claimed he never claimed to know the day or hour. What many seem to miss is that the Bible also says we'll know the season. From the fig tree, learn its lesson. As soon as its branches become tender and puts out its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also, when you see all these things, you know that He is near at the very gates. Just like we can tell summer's near when the trees start blooming, we'll know Jesus' return is near by watching the signs. Believers aren't meant to be unaware. We're called to be alert, discerning, and ready. Yeah, man. Yeah, very heavy stuff there. Let's see what else it says here. May God bless you. What do you think about Paul, the other disciples? Jesus didn't even exist? Question mark. Most people have never learned or heard the truth expressed today. They should take the time to read it today. Yeah, man. You know, Jesus said He would be coming soon, man. And that was a promise. You know, it seems like some of us forgot, right? That right now He's at, he's been, you know, it says 1,000 days. 1,000 days on earth is like, what was it? 1,000 years on earth is like a day unto the Lord, right? And so we're, you know, 2025 years in, right? From the prophetic time. So essentially 2 days have passed, and He's been in heaven, right? In His Father's house where there are many mansions. He's gone to prepare that place for us, and He will be coming back. So 2 days have passed. I like this one pastor who says like every day of the week is, you know, 7 days, right? And on the seventh day, God rested. You know, and all these days represent, you know, 1,000 years. So 7,000 year timeline. I think in the Jewish faith, they say they're in the year 5,000 something. So 5 days have passed on to them. 5 days, you know, if those years are accurate. And so that would mean that only 2 days or 2,000 years would remain minus the millennial reign, right? That would be the seventh day. So Jesus is coming back, man. And it's gonna be great. Right? The most important thing is to get to know Jesus, man. That's the most important thing. And you can see here this guy, world's highest IQ record holder, you know, to humble yourself, you know, I can tell you, you know, my that'll be a video for another day, my testimony of how I came to this, but I don't know where I would be today, man, without it, you know. Coming into the faith, you know, knowing that somebody out there loves me more than I love myself, that I deserve to go to hell, you know, but somebody would ransom themselves for me and for you, you know. And it's overwhelming, you know, to try to understand what that is, man. You know, because if it was me and I saw myself, I would have said, you're not worth it, you know. You could go to hell, you know. I would have cast myself onto hell, man. But somebody loves us more than that, you know, and that you to begin to comprehend what that is, you know, is very overwhelming. And the best thing that I could do is, because somebody loves me that much, right? Like I can love like that too, or try to, you know, right? But yeah, man, no, it looks like this guy, world's highest IQ record holder, somebody to be looking at here, man. Not a lot of people talking about this guy. But that's all I have for now. So stay tuned. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit that bell notification. And we'll be back in another one, man. Peace.